PewDiePie, the most subscribed independent YouTuber on YouTube. Y'all remember him from playing Amnesia and Happy Wheels, but nowadays, he just makes reaction videos. I mean, he can do what he wants. Pretty cool. PewDiePie is clearly a thumbnail genius. And even on his newer thumbnails, he's taken a different approach. What is this? Well, we're about to find out. Let's get right into it. Alright, so nowadays PewDiePie is just doing absolutely whatever he wants in his thumbnails. And more power to him, because he literally can. So in today's thumbnail video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a thumbnail like PewDiePie, create this effect that he's got going on over here. Very interesting. Show you how to add the text, some of the effects, and the background. Without further ado, we're getting into Photoshop. So first thing you want to do when creating any thumbnail, you need to create the canvas. Go to File, up here, New. If you're going to be creating thumbnails a lot like me, you got to save a preset on it. So over here, make sure your width is 1920 by 1080. Make sure it is a horizontal resolution. Speaking of resolution, you want it to be 72 RGB color mode. Leave everything else alone. If you want to save this preset, come over here, hit the save icon, type in thumbnail, hit save preset. It's going to be in saved right over here. There we go. Thumbnail, hit create. First off, PewDiePie's thumbnail. What's the first thing you see? You see, oh, blah blah blah. Oh, what is this guy? What is he doing here? PewDiePie. But you're not making a video about PewDiePie. I am, but you're not. Probably. You need a photo of yourself. So I'm going to come over here, come into Photoshop, go to File, Place, find the photo you want to use, hit Enter, and it's going to be just on your canvas. That's perfect. When you place it, you want to be able to manipulate it. Come over here to the layers panel. Right click on the layer. This layer right over here. First, you're going to name it Me, because that's you. Right click on it, hit rasterize layer. Again, that's going to allow you to do whatever you want to that layer. Alright, so we got myself right here. I am in the newest version of Photoshop. I'm going to come over here to the object selection tool. It should be 4 down. So come over to this tool. Again, guys, if I do talk fast, either slow down the video or pause with me. That way you can get the most out of your video. Come over here. I'm going to hit select subject. Once you hit that, it's probably going to create a decent selection of yourself. It's got my arm a little bit wonky, but that's not going to be in the photo, so we're good. If you want to get a perfect selection, come over here down to the pen tool or hit P, and then you're just going to create dots, and you're basically just creating a selection of yourself. I'm doing an extremely rough, but double click on it, let it be 0, and then hit OK, and then it's going to create a selection of it. For me, I'm just going to hit select subject because this did do a pretty good cutout of myself. Best way to do this is behind a green screen or very well lit on a wall that's not the same color as you. Alright, now that you got your selection, right click on yourself with the selection tool, hit layer via copy, down over here. You're going to see the me layer. Turn that off. And you can see your selection. It's either going to be pretty good or pretty wonky. If you see any wonkiness, take the eraser tool. You can go right over it. Works pretty well. Alrighty, I got myself. Boom, gotcha. I'm gonna put myself over here for now. The effect that PewDiePie does on this is called a Liquify effect. But he's only messing with his body, not his face. I'm gonna show you how to do that real quick, and then we can get on to the rest of the background. Because I only want to select my face, I'm gonna take the pen tool, and then do a selection over my face. I'm gonna make it pretty decent. I'm gonna fast forward this. There we go. Same thing. I'm going to go layer via copy. So I'm going to need to grab a selection tool, right click on my face, and then hit layer via copy. I'm going to name the layers. So right here, I'm going to hit me face and then me by myself. Naming your layers just keeps it organized. That's literally it. So if I turn off me by myself, it has my face. Again, as you can see on PewDiePie's, it's not the most perfect selection, and same thing with me. All right, now I'm going to come over here back to the layers panel. I'm going to click on me by myself. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to hit filter. And then I'm going to go down a little bit, hit liquify. It's going to give you that stretchy effect that PewDiePie does. I'm going to take the top tool. This is a forward warp tool, or just hit W on your keyboard. You want the pressure to be a lot. I'm going to just do 100%. What that is going to do is drag whatever you got and drag it pretty far down. If I have the pressure a lot less, you can see it's not really dragging that much, not really giving me that warp effect. size, I'm going to do about 50 and test this out first. Since I'm on the background layer, it doesn't really matter what I do, but I'm going to start at my body and then just drag down a lot, all the way to the bottom of the picture. But you do not want to grab the top of your shoulder because that's going to get rid of it. I'm going to do it a lot with my neck, as you can see, to give it that weird warp effect. Alrighty, there we go. We got a decent looking Liquify effect. But you may be wondering, why doesn't that look like this one? Well, that's because PewDiePie took his hair off. So I unfortunately have to do that too. That's really easy. Go to the background layer again. I'm going to take the lasso tool in this. I'm going to grab my entire hair. Don't forget, I also have the front layer, so it won't really be affected that much. I'm going to hit delete. Oh, God. And there we go. If I were to have kept it, it would have stayed a little bit more like this. As you can see here, it is connecting to the neck. So I'm going to separate the head a little bit higher. I'm going to get rid of the rest of my face in here. And then I'm going to grab the layer again, go filter Liquify, and then drag it up almost to a point. And then I kind of just have to guesstimate where I think the head is. Just like that. Oh, God. God, what have I done? I don't know whether to be embarrassed of this or just like, this is life. Like, this is life. All right, there we go. I've gotten far enough into this to where I'm going to save it. That way I don't lose it. All right, now let's start adding the background. This in particular background that PewDiePie uses is his own. Somebody definitely created this for him, so I'm gonna make my own. I'm literally just gonna grab art I made a long time ago because I feel like it kind of fits the vibe. I'm gonna put it behind my face just like that. Whatever this is actually like disgusting. Like I never want to see this again after I upload this video. So actually we're not that far off from like being finished, ironically. All right, so obviously this picture is of, well, betas, I guess. Beta males. Beta males. We all know beta males. And these guys are clearly, I guess they're beta males. This guy looks okay. But these two, I don't know. This guy's not wearing glasses. I don't wear glasses. Alright, so instead of beta male, I'm going to look up alpha male. So who's the biggest alpha male in the world? Giga Chad. Giga Chad, the man, the myth, the legend. Giga Chad. This is a real person, by the way. He's real. Yeah, this one or this one. I'll do this one because it's more like up front in your face. All right, I'm gonna go file, place embedded again to put it down. Now, obviously, he saturated them a lot and then made them red and then added an outer glow to the photo. So I'm gonna show you how to do that real quick. But this is alpha male, not beta male. So I'm gonna make him blue. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna name my layer Giga Chad. I'm gonna hit rasterize layer again. I'm gonna create a new layer and then come over here back to the Giga Chad layer. I'm gonna hit control and then select the layer. That's going to grab a selection from him. I'm gonna go back to the new layer. I'm going to grab the gradient tool. Gradient tool is over here. I'm gonna go up here, go to blues, and then select a blue hue. This is good enough. And then create a gradient on top. And then from there, I'm gonna go normal and then hit color. That's gonna make him blue, kind of bluish, almost purplish. I'll show you real quick. If this was a regular photo, to make it more saturated, you would just hit Control U and then up the saturation a lot. And then you can change the hue to be a little bit more red, just like that. So if you wanna do the same thing with a gradient map, but make it red, that is also a option to do for you. All right, so cool. Now I gotta add the outer glow. I'm gonna go back to Giga Chad and then come down here and hit FX. I'm gonna hit outer glow, easy enough, right? And then this is a white glow, usually by default. So I want it to be blue. Click on this white box right here and then select a blue hue. That is, I want it to be a little bit brighter. So there we go. Now I am going to make the spread a little bit bigger. That's going to make the outer glow larger. And then the range is going to be like how soft or how sharp you want the glow to be. I want it to be very soft, just like that. Going back to PewDiePie's thumbnail, the glow is a little bit less harsh in my opinion. So I'm going to turn the spread down just like that. And there we go. Again, if you want to make this red, do the exact same steps, but make it red. I don't want to copy PewDiePie completely, so I'm making it my own video, you know. All right, we're actually at the last step. Come over here, beta male test. Now, I'm going to do the same thing, but do alpha male test. Go back over here to the layers panel. Hit a new layer. you're gonna want to come over here to the brush tool. I'm gonna hit the opacity all the way up. I turned the smoothing off for this, for mine, because I do want it to still look a little bit sloppy because, well, alpha males do what they want, you know? Alpha male test. There we go. I'm gonna move it over here a little bit. I'm gonna make it a tiny bit smaller and then add a little bit of tilt for some flavor, you know, a little bit of tilt. All right, same thing. I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna hit drop shadow. And then since the other one was a tiny bit blurry now, I'm gonna make the size just a smidge right there. Perfect. 5. Perfect. All right, alpha male test. Alrighty, now the Giga Chad thing is a little bit small in comparison to the PewDiePie beta male, so I am going to make it a little bit larger for that. So I'm literally just going to come over here, unlock the layers. I already did that already. I'm going to select both of them, select one of them, and then hit shift, and then select the other, just like that. Hit Control T. This is going to transform, make it bigger, and then I'll add a little tilt. Now this is bleeding off the page a little bit, so I'm going to turn off this front layer. I'm gonna bring it up to the front to show y'all how to crop it a little bit. This is very simple. Come over here, take the polygon lasso tool. I'm gonna create a box slightly around the edges. Just clip, 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 snip, snip, snip. So it's gonna create a little selection box. Hit delete and then do the same thing as the other side with the polygon lasso tool, just like that. To deselect, you can either hit Control D or right click with the selection tool and then hit deselect. There we go. I'm going to bring it back over here. This box is going to be awkward now, so I'm going to delete it and then create the gradient tool again. I'm showing you the mistakes because I also want you to realize like things that you can do if you mess it up or just want to change it up a little bit. All right, I'm going to put these layers back over here. There we go. If you're still yelling at me on how to do the background, let me show you how to do that real quick. I'm going to grab whatever photo I want. PewDiePie's thumbnail is just a lot of Liquify effects. So I literally grabbed a photo of Disney World. I'm going to go filter, Liquify, and then literally boop, 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 boop. Don't be too fast about it because it could crash your Photoshop. So just bring it around. Da, 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 and then hit OK. I'm going to put it behind everything again. If you prefer that, there you go. If you prefer this, there you go. One last thing, I'm going to add a drop shadow behind myself to give myself a little bit more depth. I'm going to come back, unlock the layers, and then make myself bigger. There we go. Oh, God, what did I do? All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. This is what alpha males do. Am I an alpha male? Who knows? Maybe. But I like this a lot better than how we did 5 minutes ago. So I think we did pretty good. Are you an alpha male? Do you want to be one? Drop a like on this video and hit subscribe if you want to see more thumbnail videos from your boy Eddy Herrera. This obviously was a lot of fun to make. Drop a comment down below letting me know what YouTuber to do next because these are pretty cool. I like doing specific YouTubers and just getting to know more things about Photoshop sometimes because the first one I did was obviously the KSI one and that received a lot of praise. That is my most liked video on my channel and that's why I want to keep doing these because that means that somebody likes it and I might be doing a good job. I had one dude comment, "Wow, this is hot garbage," and I was like, and then I went to his channel and I saw that he only liked like Jake Paul videos. So I was like, okay, he's that type of guy. Ratio, delete your comment. NBA boy is better. Goodbye. I will catch you guys later in the next video, whenever it is. I appreciate you guys so much. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.